Hello, beautiful Scorpio. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be for this month. I'm going to start with your coffee cup, then we're going to jump into your tarot. We have a Tears of Joy right away. This is within the first week. It's something tiny little, but I feel like this is going to be like the first drop of things happening. The second is right there. It's like small, and I feel like, and there's a big one right here coming the third week. Okay, so this can be news because this can represent some news coming to you. It can be like news in the mail. It can be news through someone. You hear about something resolving. Can be something magically disappearing, magically appearing. So overall, it is something that will really incrementally become exciting for you. Okay, by the way, if you're new here, this is Divine Light, and if you haven't already, don't forget to give this one a thumbs up. Subscribe, it's a free way to be here. Hit the bell so you never miss a video. I see in your heart space there's kind of like a dragon rising. The dragon can be two things. It can be a Sagittarius, it can be someone fiery, a fire sign, which I see the arrow here. Maybe exciting or maybe frustrating. They can show up in the same way. They can be really fiery and passionate, but their passion can really push you to do certain things that you're delaying. Okay, maybe you're not really putting priority on those things, but most of the time the fire energy actually pulls the passion, what you're passionate about, to the front line of your to-do list. Okay, so maybe you're doing your daily chores, but this is something that it will be great if I do that. You might just put some priority into that thing. Okay, another thing with the dragon is this can be like a fire starting to like a bubble up in your heart. It can be a vehicle, by the way. I started interpreting dragons as like planes. So it can be maybe some place that you want to go, but you don't know if you should, or if you don't know how to make it happen. It seems like here one pathway is opening right there, and you're gonna take this one. There's a cup, an offering coming in, and I feel like some of you might be thinking, I don't have the finances for that. It seems like it's not about the finances. It's about what you will experience there. You should be focusing on, because it seems like the doors are gonna start opening. It can be someone actually giving you a ticket. They might want you there to enjoy this vacation together with you, because the cup can symbolize an offering, and the offering actually shows up after the road. So it can be after the travel, you might receive an offer that is going to be emotionally fulfilling. Okay, also is going to bring financial. We have a heart here running away. It seems like your heart might want to have like 2 getaways this month, and it doesn't have to be so big and massive. It can be the simplest things, guys. It can be going to the park and just spending your maybe have a picnic there in the park, like if it's allowed in your own neighborhood. It doesn't have to be massive, but I feel like that spending time in nature is going to be helpful here for you to get other things happening too. I see you're facing 1, 2, 3, 4 different contracts, 4 different maybe letters, subjects that are in your mind. They're not really massive, but it can also be communication. Like you're sending one letter, somebody else is sending another letter responding. I see a smiley face, a dog right there. Maybe the response is going to be something that you're not really anticipating. You're thinking that it's going to be reactive, but it's something maybe very calm and nice. And then you're sending something else, and we have a camel right here. The problem part of this can be the camel, because camels, when they're stubborn, when they want to be stubborn, you cannot really push them to get up, make them to do things. So this can be an authority you should not cross. Okay, especially within the first week. Like there's gonna back and forth conversation. First of all, you might come across a dog, meaning someone who's playful, who wants to really help. The second one can be a really pain in the That's why there's a higher way that you should pursue, you should follow, meaning maybe being a little bit calmer and maybe open or supportive or maybe patient with their attitude, which is going to get you to a new pathway right here. When you get there, I see a letter F. It can be in someone's first name or the last name. L. It can be in the name of a company. I see a feather right here. Feather is communication and or maybe ability to rewrite things. So if this is something about, we're going to do a deep dive money reading, but this is, I feel like if you're dealing a money issue and dealing with an authority, a bank, this seems like maybe they're going to give you a feather, which is going to be able to help you rewrite this story. Okay. It can be like maybe reorganize things or reprogram or maybe refinance. Something like that might be happening if this is financial. If this is about going through not financial, maybe an authority and getting help or approval from authority, seems like even if there is a mistake, I feel like the feather can be your opportunity to correct it. And I told you there are going to be small blessings. This might be the one of the blessings here for you, okay? Within the second week, I see a heart forming here. Heart can be your heart's desire, or I see there's a dog above the heart. So someone might actually become loyal to you, or this can be like a new relationship that you're forming, that the heart is starting to take shape. We're going to look at like a one single card, but if you want further love readings, please do comment down below. I can start incorporating them as well. What happens here is there's a dog, I told you, and someone in their nature, they're loyal. It's not like especially towards you. But this is a good thing in some cases because it means that they do not really change their mind quickly. I felt a little earth vibe here, can be a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn. And this person is building their heart gradually, and it's just bright and it's like filling up. You know, the energy is filling up slowly. So this can be a person that you're starting to like warm up. They're starting to warm up to you. I don't know if you're going to warm up to them though, but you have kind of like a wall here. But it seems like they're going to, the effort that they will put in can really help you really lower your shield just tiny bit, okay? Third week is kind of, I see here sharp stones, mountain. And again, here you have a higher way as well. We have a goat right there. The sharp mountain or sharp mountain edge can be caused by like a person. I see letter A here, number 3. 3 can symbolize creativity. You might be dealing with a creative person. Some of you might be dealing with someone creative in the sense of maybe they're coming to fix something in your home, build, like paint a wall. It can be a Capricorn, can be also someone who you are trying to get something done, but they're just really stubborn about that. What happens there is, oh, there's a bigger goat showing up. I feel like this can be also greatest of all time. Someone who is the goat, who's really, really good at what they do, but they might create this really sharp and edgy environment. And they can become really hard to work with. I feel like there's a better goat here appearing for you, which has like a letter A in their name. I told you they both have letter A. We have one A-V, maybe Ava, and the other one is AC here. Maybe Candace, Carrie, or men's name I couldn't come up with right now. It seems like there is a better option going to become available to you, but you need to stay on the top of it because there's the money involved in the situation. It's either you're paying, you're getting service, you're paying, or you're giving service and you're getting paid. Either way though, if you go with only the money mindset, how much this is going to cost, or like the money is on the bottom of the things, it's not really on the top of the things. On top of the things is you really seeing things from a higher perspective and saying like, I want this to be done in the most peaceful way possible, not in the most artistic way, but it can cost you your peace. Okay, so that's why I feel like if there's the money involved in this thing, it's going to be also taken care of. There's a seed that you're planting, like a jack and the beanstalk is growing, reaching to sky high. It can also like take care of the material aspect of the things, okay? I told you there's another pathway opening here. This kind of looks like a bird is bringing you a cup. Bird can be news on like a text message, mail, or like a DM, direct message on social media. I see a pirate here, okay? You can see his massive hat. He has a letter V behind him. This can be kind of like a tuning fork as well. Pirates are considered, like, let's go back to the Pirates of the Caribbean. I think the name of one of the islands was Tortuga. They were the ones, outlaws, basically. They didn't want to pay taxes, maybe. That can be the problem. And they tend to commit crimes as well. So I don't feel like that's not really the person here. This is an outlaw in a sense that they might not really follow the rules per se. But seems like someone powerful here coming. And I see they're holding 2-letter V's, kind of like a victory, like a W forming like a win here. I'm going to say this is not about breaking the law. It's about not obeying the social norms. The social norms, if they are really limiting your capacity to do work, I feel like this is the things that you need to start considering, okay? If social norms are social rules, basically, do not really exist in other societies most of the time, okay? Some of the cultures, for example, or differentiate from others. When you find something really repulsive in one culture, in another one, it can be really funny. So I feel like wherever you are, these are the things that are maybe blocking you. Maybe you can go international on like a work that you do, or maybe even like if you have like social media, but these norms can be blocking you, and when you go outside of them, you might seem like a pirate here, but overall this is actually going to bring a win for some of you, okay? I'm not talking about legal structures, I'm talking about social structures, guys, okay? Social structures doesn't mean it has to be unethical. That's a different subject. Ethics are the same everywhere, so it's applicable with the ethical rules as well. This is actually like obeying the ethical rules, but also being unconventional. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. That's the word that I'm looking for. Let's dive into your soul star now. If you have a specific question, a desire, an intention, hold it in your mind. Second week, there's a small chunk of money showing up. I see here like a tank or like a structure moving uphill, but it's getting to where it needs to go. You can see those sharp rocks here again. And I see that there are ways that you can follow. You don't have to go through those sharp rocks, which I feel like the sharp rocks, maybe like doing things the hard way, is what's blocking you. Okay, it's what's actually delaying your progress. So I see letter E, C, E. There's a heart shape here. There's a flower blooming. C, E, Z. Can be in someone's first name or the last name. And they are outside of the sharp rocks. They're outside of the circles. So I feel there might be someone who can help you with what you want. This can be in their names, the letters. It can also be as an unconventional, again, a solution that you need to consider, okay? I was trying to come up with one word. Sometimes my mind goes in circles. All right, let's see. We're going to look at where you are, what's coming in love, money, and then the general outcome of things. You are in a learning stage. Okay, 8 of Pentacles is about learning about a subject, and also what you learn, you apply. That's what it means too. Okay, it doesn't mean that you're only learning. You're a student. Some people are lifetime students. Okay, they keep learning, and they don't do anything with the information. This is not that card. This card is you learn, you apply. You learn, you apply. You apply, you grow. You are the expert now. You teach. Okay, then you get in a better place. Three of Pentacles here, aligned in the Three of Pentacles way. I feel like this can be also, you might start to surround yourself people that can really work together with you and build together with you. When it comes to love, we have a King of Swords coming forward here. This can be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, someone stoic, someone reasonable, logical, but they might not really have like an emotional intelligence that's strong. But it doesn't mean that this person, it can be someone like in love coming into your life as a guidance or maybe as a partner. This person is someone who sees things in the long term, okay? Because love is like an emotional reaction, like a physical reaction, basically. Falling in love is a physical reaction, but loving someone for a long term, it has like a really deep exploration of yourself and the other person. And I feel like that's the mindset of that man, this person, or like this character coming into your life. They think about, like, they're looking into the distance, and he's thinking about long term what we can do here. Okay, if you have a partner, it can be representing that. If you're looking for one, this can be the energy of the person. Or if you are looking for a partner per se as a good friend, it can be their, soul properties. When it comes to your money, we have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is someone also logical and has foresight, and even the wind blows behind her right there, like the wind is blowing really hard, but the circumstances are not really affecting her. It seems like you're going to make some investments this time, or come up with creative ideas, sharp, certain ideas. They're not like just some things like selling Mars stones, like land on Mars. There was a website, I think, that people were selling like little certificates, just telling you that you purchased a land on Mars, kind of a thing. I don't think that's the story of that, but sharp meaning reasonable, okay, that you can have longevity, you can have improvement on this one. I mean, that can be improved too. Next, you'll sell places like a land on Saturn. Why not? If people are buying it, So yeah, that's it. So you're gonna make some really good investment, or you're gonna come up with really creative ideas that can multiply your abundance. The best part of it is catching them, taking them seriously, have a note of them, and just start to plan those out. Overall, we have here, this is the general what's gonna come. You might be dealing with unseen forces working behind your back. Two of Swords, the decision moment. The decision is actually going to come through, the right decision, when you calm your mind, take a break. If you're overthinking, that can form anxiety, fear, and doubt. And instead of just, forcing yourself to come up with an idea, when you take a break, you're going to find something that is solid, something that is going to have, like, what you put out, the energy you put out is going to come back to you, multiply, something that is going to be fulfilling, emotionally fulfilling as well. Okay, so overall, this month can be about making decisions. Another thing here with the Seven of Swords, it can symbolize having a strategy, okay? Not blasting out the strategy, having a strategy, sleep on it. Even if you have doubts, keep planting the seeds, and then you're going to come up with a solution here. When it comes to the general where you are, it seems like some of you are learning is going to be about something you would love to learn, and this can be an improvement in your mental capacity or physical capacity that will really, like, it's something that you would love to have in your life. It's not something random or forceful. When it comes to love, we have a mature man, King of Swords. I'm gonna go both like interpretations here. If you're maybe interested in men, this can be applicable and a good one, because it's like we have a King of Swords here, mature man who's there to support you, reasonable, they're thinking for the long term and probably treating you that way. If you're interested in women, this can be someone who's a good example how to actually have a stable relationship with women. We have privileged lady as well. It seems like some of you might be actually dealing with someone. I don't want to say dealing with, I will say you have interest in someone who has high standards. So this man can be a good example to show you how to actually interact and form a stable relationship. We had the Queen of Swords when it comes to money. It seems like poverty coming up for the mature women, but then the sudden wealth. So I feel two ways. The mature woman can be someone who dealt with poverty. Now the sudden wealth is coming in. It can be, or when even though you're feeling like you're in the poverty, or you're not seeing the abundance that is surrounding you, maybe you don't have the necessary resources when it comes to money right now. We're going to have a deeper dive with a coffee cup reading following these. It seems like the mature woman, like when you start to see things from like a mature, logical, a stoic perspective, there's sudden wealth opportunities are going to present themselves that you can just take one single action and the things can start to flow to you. We have here the decision is imprisoning you for a while. That's why I said the Seven of Swords can be like a shady stuff happening on the background. You're not having any results. You're not having any movement. So the more you don't make this decision, the more it might be actually like limiting you. But the thing is, this will require, the decision will require some dealing with a toil and labor and a bad health. Okay. And concern. Okay. These are all like negative. Yeah, my God, what's happening here, guys? All right. How will this decision affect Scorpio? Please show me. Okay, this decision will bring you to a community. It seems like the more you delay, the more you're going to be dealing with negative stuff. Okay? Seems like this decision will bring a community, or will actually help you get surrounded by a community, a support mechanism when you make it. And give us an idea about solution. Give us an idea about solution. Solution is a journey, okay? Leaving the old behind, the old stuff behind, these negative stuff. This can be negative people. Okay, this can be negative environments. You see, he's in an alley of thieves that he's getting robbed. Maybe this is about places that are not really allowing you to heal. Okay, and keeping you concerned and making you work really hard. But when you surround yourself with a smiling, loving community, seems like this decision will be really easy to make, and then it's going to help you head on to a new journey, guys. Okay, I like this one for you. I really like that one. So some of you might be watching a lot of negative news, a lot of negative drama stuff. Maybe it's time to just give it a pause right now. That can be also affecting your decision making too, maybe creating paranoia. We have the moon here, phases, cycles, intuition. You are really highly intuitive, Scorpio, as a water sign. Follow the phases of the cycles of the moon. That can give you clarity. I posted the full moon reading a couple days ago. You can go ahead and check that one out. That can give you some idea of, what to do. Maybe you can get answers through that. Or you can also listen to your innate intuition. We have seeds, new ideas, hope, open-mindedness. That's what's important here. Rather than focusing on the things that you have already, dealt with, focus on the things. How can I actually be in a better place right now? And what can I do to increase my wealth, health, abundance? Those are the questions. We have time, presence, and self-awareness. Presence helps you catch those ideas, and then you plant the seeds. And we have fruit, achievement, success. I love this one because the strawberry wearing a crown. Some of you are going to get a great upgrade, okay? It looks really good. I love that. Like an achievement and a success. New ideas are going to manifest amazing achievements, it seems like. Let's see your affirmation here. I accept all of myself. Okay, this can also apply here. Like if you're feeling like you're doing something wrong, and or maybe like you have to work so hard, it's not like, it can get easier Life can get easier when you love and accept yourself. Another thing we have, the work I do on myself is not a goal. It's a process, a lifetime process. I choose to enjoy the process. So instead of rushing, maybe it's about enjoying the process right now. Okay. I think it's like what I was going to try and say here is enjoying the process of life. I know it's not simple. It's not that easy when you have all these things happening in your life and dealing with all these people. But this is a great reminder that improvement, self-improvement is a process, and you will have yourself by your side until you leave the planet. So better take care of yourself first, okay? All right, beautiful. That's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, I'm going to add some more videos right here for you to enjoy. I wish you all a magical day. Bye. Hit the subscribe and join the family.